The opening of this school is really in keeping with this university's very proud tradition of helping to explain the world to America and America to the world.
Well, I actually came to IU as a ballet major, so I've been doing ballet my whole life and auditioned and was accepted to Jacobs. But I unfortunately had some chronic injuries that flared up. But then after I was injured, I kind of was able to reassess what I wanted to do, and I had already taken, at that point, 2 or 3 other courses in international studies, and I loved it. So I changed it from my outside field in Jacobs to my major, and just kind of it fit perfectly with what I wanted to do. So I would recommend SGIS to anybody, just because it really is the perfect opportunity to kind of figure out what your interests are and to figure out your role in the world, but then also to kind of figure out how your passions can really take you places. And yeah.
Within SGIS, I am studying human rights as my concentration and Latin America as my regional concentration. And what drew me to SGIS is just how versatile it is. With international studies, I felt like I already had a background in understanding the Latino community, so I kind of wanted to place that on a larger scale. And with the Ecuador trip, it was actually part of my study abroad requirement for international studies, which I think is great. And for that trip, I mostly actually studied linguistics, but with that, I got a chance to visit indigenous communities who spoke Quechua. And so I got to study linguistically what's different, what they do, and I saw how it actually affected Ecuadorian Spanish as well.
Yes, I believe that the International Studies program helped me find my focus, exactly what it was I wanted to do. I never thought that I would go to Africa, building books and beyond. And then also, the program has allowed me to expand the way I look at human rights. For me, I believe that education is a human right, so everyone deserves the right to learn. And that also tied into education policy and also African studies and had human rights involved. So it was like a very big thing, started from something so small.
So I was a Marine in Helmand Province in 2011 and then 2013 to 14. So right now I'm majoring in Central Asian Studies with an Islamic Studies certificate and a minor in Religious Studies. And specifically I'm interested in the people, countries, and cultures and languages of Afghanistan and Iran. I'm interested in it because later on down the line I'd like to return to Afghanistan in some capacity in government or contracting, something like that sort. SGIS has one of the best Central Asian Studies departments in the nation. And IU really does a really good job with that department, and that department is supported by SGIS, and it's a good fit if that's what you're into.
I was undeclared, and I've actually bounced around to several different majors until I took a class in international studies. And I realized that the classes that SGIS gives are really interdisciplinary, and they're really pulling professors and skills and interests from every other department. We're drawing from political science to understand why countries and states are behaving the way that they do. We're drawing from economics, we're drawing from anthropology, we're drawing from sociology, all sorts of different fields to kind of get a complete understanding of why conflicts happen and where they might happen in the future.
I ask you a simple question. Would you rather spend the next 40 years complaining about the world, or would you like to try to improve it?